Well, we're going to have the meeting and we're going to talk about what the appropriate path of policy is. And again, we don't have to make a decision today. We're going to take into account all the data. But, we're having this conversation. The markets are having a conversation and putting their money where their mouth is in terms of where market expectations are. So we're going to be talking about the appropriate path of policy. And I have not seen any convincing evidence that inflation has turned the corner, right? We haven't seen anything that in that new CPI report that suggests inflation is turning down. Now, we do know that energy prices, right, have fallen compared to the prior month. So there's some expectation that the next report on inflation, we might see that part going down. But on the other hand, we have shelter prices going up. So again, I think it's much more. The focus, I think, is on the fact that we're going to have to keep moving interest rates up, being very deliberate and intentional about it.
Right.
If we're moving toward a 2.5%, what the long run neutral rate is. My own belief is that we're going to need to go beyond that and well beyond that because, right, inflation and inflation expectations are higher than 2% now. So we're going to have to keep moving. And the pace at which we do that at and, what any particular meeting is really going to be driven by, are we seeing demand get into better balance with constrained supply, which remains constrained, in order to see that inflation get on a sustainable downward trajectory. So, and we have not seen that.
So given what you've seen, given today's report, or will you consider, are you in a position to, again, you've got a couple weeks, 2.5 weeks basically, or so to figure it out, but 75 basis points, for example, is that something that you are leaning more now to saying, yes, that's something I may be supporting at the July meeting?
Well, certainly the inflation report suggests that there's no reason to say that a smaller rate increase than we did last time, right? Because nothing moved in that direction. There are very, very early signs in some of the reports of an easing of demand. But again, not enough that you actually saw price pressures being alleviated.